Welcome to our Alma Thomas lesson. The first step for this lesson is to prepare our colored paper. If you already have colored construction paper, then you don't need to worry about this step. I'm going to do something to help me make my lines. I'm going to have 4 colors. I've already chosen my colors. I chose to use warm colors, so I have red, orange, and yellow. And then I wanted one color to contrast those, so I'm using blue to do that. Since I have 4 colors, I want 4 strips of paper. And to do that, I'm going to fold my paper in half, hot dog ways once. And I'm going to fold it a second time, again, lengthwise. So when I open up my paper, I have 4 sections. And I'm going to color each one of these sections a different color. I'm going to speed the video up, and I'll stop in a few moments for more instruction. Okay, so I finished coloring my 4 strips of paper, and now what I need to do is cut them or tear them. So I have a small pair of scissors that I can use, and I'm going to cut right along the edge. I already made a fold, so I'm trying to cut right on that fold, right on the edge between my orange and my yellow. And now I have 1 strip. If you don't have scissors, then what I would suggest is folding it on the crease that we've already made. And I'm going to use my fingernails and really pinch and crease that fold really well. Both my fingernails right there. And now I'm going to take that and I'm going to fold it back the other way. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take my fingernails and I'm going to really crease that really well. And then I'm going to just tear it down right along that fold. Yours might not come out as clean as this. It might be a little bit ripped, a little bit weird. That's okay if it's not perfect. It might actually enhance the look. Once we have our 4 strips, to make it easy, I'm going to put all 4 of my strips together. And I'm going to try to tear them about 1 finger width. And if they don't tear perfectly, that's okay. Do your best. Try to make them straight if you can. You can also use your scissors if you have scissors, and you can cut. And that will give you nice straight edge pieces. Depends on what you like or want to do. And now I have all my pieces cut. If you're using colored construction paper, you're going to want to cut pieces that are about this size too. And the way that you could do that, I unfortunately don't have construction paper, but if you have a construction piece, let's say you have a piece of blue paper, you would take your paper and fold it in half once and fold it in half twice, and then you can cut one of the strips down and then cut your smaller pieces out of that strip. And repeat that step for each of your colors. Remember, you do need 4 colors. I'm going to sort my colors now so that I have them all in their own neat piles. Okay, so I have all my pieces sorted. They're in their own piles, which will help me when I start to collage them down. So I have both tape and glue, and I'm going to show you how we are going to put together our collage. You can gain your inspiration from the Alma Thomas slideshow if you'd like. I'm going to do a circular design because she used a lot of circular designs in her work. So I kind of want to start out with a rainbow pattern. I'm going to tear this piece so it's a little smaller and fits in the center of my paper. If I'm using tape, then I just want to have some small pieces of tape that I can take and tape my piece down. If I'm using glue, I have a little bit that came out of the lid, so I'm going to take my finger and wipe that off. And then what I can do is I can take my finger and I can spread the glue onto my piece and then glue my piece down. And I want to work circular or radial. So I want to go around my piece. And I'm going to continue ripping and gluing down. For each piece, you just need one tiny dot of glue, just like that. I like to take the dot and I like to spread it out on my piece so it's nice and even, and then glue my piece down. This is a bigger one, but it still needs just a little dot. A dot, not a lot. Spread it out and glue my piece down. And I'm going to keep working around. I'm going to switch colors after my orange. If I want to do kind of a rainbow effect, what color should I use next? Blue or red? I started with yellow, went to orange. Now should I go blue or red? That's right, we're going to go to red. And I'm going to tear, add the glue, and glue my piece down. I don't want really big gaps between my pieces, but I also don't want my pieces to overlap. I want some of the white paper to show through on my artwork. I'm going to prepare a lot of pieces. This took 5. So I'm going to prepare 10 pieces, and I'm going to set them around my artwork. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I've already glued down my 10th piece. Why did I set my pieces upside down? That's right, I set my pieces upside down so that I could put my glue dot on the back. And you can see this is a way to work a little bit more efficiently. I'm going to put a small dot on each one of my pieces. I'm barely squeezing the glue to get the glue to come out so I don't get a big puddle. Well, what if you do get a big puddle on your glue piece? Oh no, my artwork's ruined, I'm gonna throw it away. No, actually, it's not. All you need to do next is gonna be my blue layer. So what I would do instead is I would close my glue, and now I'm just gonna take the tip and I'm gonna wipe it on. So now this is gonna become the glue that I use and add to other pieces. So I just dip in and touch, dip in and touch. Really, this becomes my paintbrush, and here's my paint, and I take it and add it to my other pieces. I'm going to move this out of the way for now, as well as my blue pieces that I'll use later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That worked out for me. You might need more pieces, you might need less pieces. Now it's time for our blue pieces. I'm gonna leave my blue pieces bigger than what I did. My yellow, orange, and red. These are the pieces that I already added glue to because of my big glue puddle mistake. And now we're ready to add on our final layer of blue. Now I'm going to continue working on my paper until I've filled the entire thing. But at this point, you guys have seen the entire process of how to create an Alma Thomas collage. So you can finish on your own. You're just going to continue repeating and filling your paper. Now, I have a big space in the corner, but a tiny space at top. So if I started my pattern over, maybe I wouldn't have any yellow here, but my yellow would continue to be here, which means after my yellow, I would need to add an orange piece, maybe to the corner. So that would look something like this. And then I would continue. If I had more space, then I would add a little more red there as well. Enjoy. Bye-bye.